English Rise Podcast.
Easy listening and speaking practice. Welcome to the English Rise Podcast. Easy English listening and speaking practice to help you build fluency and confidence. Hi, I'm Emma. Today, I'm here with Alex Moreno. Alex is a project manager who used to feel stuck when speaking English, even though he understood a lot. Today, we'll talk about the small, daily, at-home speaking routine that changed his English level. The episode is called How Daily Speaking Practice at Home Improved My English. It's simple, slow, and clear. You'll hear real examples and a routine you can start today. The episode is called How Daily Speaking Practice at Home Improved My English. It's simple, slow, and clear. You'll hear real examples and a routine you can start today.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Emma. I'm a bit nervous, but excited to share. I used to feel stuck, like my mouth would freeze when someone asked me a question in English.
That feeling is so common. Alex, why don't you set the scene for listeners? Tell us about the moment you realized your speaking needed a different approach.
Okay, so picture this, a team call with clients from Canada. I knew the topic, I had read the documents, but when they asked a quick question, my mind went blank. I started translating in my head from Spanish. There were long pauses. I could see people waiting. I felt embarrassed. After that call, I thought, I need to speak more, not just study grammar or listen, speak.
I remember you telling me that you could read and listen comfortably, but speaking didn't match. That difference is painful. So you decided to try a daily routine at home, alone?
Yes, I couldn't always find a speaking partner, and I didn't want to pay for expensive lessons. I promised myself 10-15 minutes every day, at home, talking to my phone. It felt strange at first, talking to myself, but I kept going.
That's a great start. Listeners, this episode will show how Alex structured those 10-15 minutes and how small, consistent steps added up. First, let's talk about why small daily habits beat long, rare study sessions. Alex, why did you decide on short daily practice?
2 reasons. 1, consistent exposure helps your brain build automatic responses. Speaking is a skill, like playing piano. Little, regular practice. 2, I was busy. Long sessions felt impossible. But 10 minutes before bed? I could do that. It became part of my day.
Exactly. Short, regular practice reduces pressure and makes the habit stick. Choose one clear main goal, like confidence, fluency, pronunciation, or job interviews, so your practice has direction. Alex, what was your main goal?
My main goal was confidence. I wanted to feel calm in meetings and stop translating word by word. I focused on answers sounding natural and on reducing long pauses.
Good. Now, let's break the routine down as a simple recipe. We'll go step by step. Alex, walk us through a typical 15-minute session when you started.
Sure. I begin with a warm-up, 3 to 5 minutes.
I shadow a short podcast sentence by sentence. Repeat, match rhythm, mimic pronunciation. Then I do 5 to 7 minutes of free speaking. Talk into my phone about my day. Finally, 5 to 10 minutes of focused practice. Retell a story I heard or practice work phrases. If I only had 10 minutes, I cut the warm-up slightly and focused on free speaking.
Let me slow that down for listeners and summarize. Warm up, 3 to 5 minutes, shadowing short clips, repeating sentences, or doing easy tongue twisters. Free speaking, 5 to 7 minutes. Record yourself talking about your day or answering a simple question. Focused practice, 5 to 10 minutes. Retell a story, practice job phrases, or rehearse set responses. Alex, why did you include shadowing in the warm-up?
Shadowing helped my mouth get used to English rhythm and connected speech. At first, I felt ridiculous copying a voice, but after a few sessions, I noticed my sentences sounded smoother. It's like warming up before exercise.
And the free speaking part? Why talk into a phone?
The phone is private and forgiving. I record, listen back, and then I can notice small things like too many ah sounds or celebrate when a sentence flows. Listening to yourself can be uncomfortable, but it's one of the fastest ways to see progress.
Absolutely. For focused practice, you mentioned retelling a short video. Can you describe one example?
Yes, I watched a 2-minute TED Ed video about time management. Then I paused and spoke for 5 minutes. I retold the main idea in my own words and gave one example from my life. At first, it was messy, but the next day, I could speak the same story more clearly.
Listeners, you don't need long videos. Short clips, 30 seconds to 2 minutes, work best for shadowing and retelling. Now, let's share several solo practice ideas you can start today. Alex, what did you do when you felt self-conscious or bored?
I changed the topic. If I was tired of work phrases, I spoke about a hobby, soccer, food, or a movie. That made it fun. Also, I used simple activities, narrating what I do. Now I'm making coffee, describing a room, or answering a question of the day, like, what is your favorite holiday and why?
Great. I'll add a few more low-tech ideas. 1. Describe an object for 2 minutes. What it looks like, how you use it, memories tied to it. 2. Act out a mini role play. Imagine calling a hotel or ordering food. 3. Use a one-sentence news headline and expand it for 3 minutes. 4. Record, then transcribe 1 minute to notice repeated errors. Keep it simple.
One exercise that helped me, the 5-sentence story. I pick 5 sentences to outline a small story, like I woke up, I missed the bus, I decided to walk, I met an old friend, we had coffee. Then I expand each sentence into 1 or 2 lines. It's structured so I don't freeze.
I love that. Structure reduces anxiety. Also, if you want to use tech, you can use AI transcriptions, language apps, or voice memos, but you absolutely don't need them. The most powerful tool is simply your voice.
Yes, and tracking helps. I used a small notebook and wrote the date and time, what I practiced, and one note like felt nervous or good rhythm today. After 2 weeks, I could see progress on paper, and that motivated me.
Let's talk about the psychology of small wins. Alex, tell us about a day when you almost quit and what kept you going.
There was a week when travel and deadlines made me skip days. One night, I tried to do the routine and it felt awful, awkward, slow. I thought, why am I doing this? But then I listened to my earlier recordings. I could hear tiny improvements, fewer pauses, a sentence that sounded natural. Hearing that small change reminded me to keep going.
Hearing your own improvement is a powerful motivator. Another strategy is to celebrate tiny victories. Finish 3 minutes without stopping. Notice a clearer vowel sound. Or answer a question faster than last week. These small wins build confidence.
Also, be kind to yourself. I had unrealistic expectations at first, thinking I'd be fluent in a month. That caused frustration. Slower goals, like speak 10 minutes a day for 30 days, were kinder and more sustainable.
Exactly. Let's give listeners a concrete 7-day at-home speaking challenge they can start right now. I'll read the plan, and Alex will give one tip for each day. Day 1. Introduce yourself for 2 minutes. Alex?
Keep it simple. Say your name, where you're from, what you do, and one hobby. Don't worry about perfect grammar. Focus on rhythm.
Day 2. Describe your morning routine for 2-3 minutes. Alex?
First, I describe my morning for 2-3 minutes. Then, after that, I review my vocabulary. And after that, I listen to music.
Day 3. Talk about your favorite movie for 3 minutes. Alex?
Mention the plot, why you like it, and your favorite character. Personal reasons make your speech more fluent.
Day 4. Explain your job or studies for 3-4 minutes. Alex?
My job is... My day-to-day example is when I go to work, I explain my job to my colleagues or my boss.
Day 5. Describe a place you like for 3-4 minutes. Alex?
Add sensory details. What you see, hear, smell. Sensory language gives you content to speak about.
Day 6. Retell a short video or article in your own words for 4 to 5 minutes. Alex?
Pick a 1-2 minute clip. Pause often. Don't memorize. Retell naturally. You'll practice organization and vocabulary.
Day 7. Talk about your week, what you did, and how you felt for 5 minutes. Alex?
Include one reflection. What improved? What will you change next week? Reflection builds learning.
Great! Record each day if you can. If you repeat this challenge for 30 days, you'll see bigger changes. Now, Alex, can you share a few concrete moments where you noticed real progress?
Yes, about 3 weeks in, during a small client call, a colleague asked me a follow-up question. Instead of translating, I answered immediately. I remember thinking, that felt natural. Another time, I traveled to California. I ordered food, made small talk with a cashier, and for the first time, I wasn't worried about every sentence.
Those are exactly the kinds of real situations that show progress. You didn't suddenly speak perfectly, but you were more fluid and less fearful. Tell listeners about how you changed your routine on busy days.
On busy days, I did only 5 minutes, maybe just one warm-up and a short free-speaking bit. That kept the streak alive. Consistency matters more than length. Even 3-5 minutes keeps the habit and your brain in training.
Let's address a common fear. I sound silly talking to myself. What would you say to that, Alex?
Everyone feels that at first. I did too. But think, professional athletes practice alone. Musicians practice scales. Speaking practice is the same. The more you do it, the less silly it feels. And honestly, most people around you don't care. Your goal is progress, not perfection.
Good point. Now, a practical tip about listening back. Don't aim to fix everything at once. Pick one focus per week. Reduce sounds. Improve linking between words. Or practice sentence endings. What did you focus on first?
I focused on reducing long pauses. So each week, I set a tiny goal. Today, try to speak for 3 continuous minutes without stopping. That goal pushed me to use filler phrases like, "let me think," instead of long silence.
Oh, let me think is a useful phrase. It buys time and sounds natural. Another phrase, that's a good question, useful in meetings. We'll share a short list of useful phrases at the end of the episode.
Yes, phrases like, "good point," "I'd suggest," "what I would do is," helped in work calls. Practicing them in solo sessions made them ready in real meetings.
Before we move to closing, let's give listeners a 10-minute example session they can follow right now. I'll guide and Alex will demonstrate. Ready, Alex?
Ready? Let's do it!
Step 1, warm up. Shadow this short sentence. I'll say it slowly. Today, I decided to try something new. Repeat after me. Match the rhythm. Now, say it with me 2 more times. Good. Step 2, free speaking. Alex, talk for 1 minute about what you did today. Start now.
Today, I woke up early and made coffee. I checked emails for my project, and then I had a short meeting. After the meeting, I took a walk for 10 minutes. I listened to a short podcast about productivity, very helpful. Then I started a small task that I had delayed. It felt good to finish it.
Step 3. Focused practice. Retell a short idea. Alex, in 2 minutes, explain the main point of that podcast and give one personal example.
The podcast said that small habits matter more than big bursts of work. For example, writing for 15 minutes every day helps more than writing 3 hours one day per week. For me, speaking 10 minutes daily worked the same way. It improved my fluency and reduced my anxiety.
Nice. That was a compact 10-minute routine. Listeners, you can copy that now. Shadow for a few minutes, speak freely for a minute or two, and finish with focused practice. Record yourself if you can.
Before we close, Emma, can we share a few common mistakes I made so listeners can avoid them?
Yes, please. One quick list of mistakes and fixes.
Yes, please. One quick list of mistakes and fixes. Mistake 1. Expecting overnight results. Fix. Set small weekly goals. Mistake 2. Comparing yourself to advanced speakers. Fix. Focus on your own progress. Mistake 3. Only practicing grammar, not speaking. Fix. Speak. Use your voice daily.
Great. I'll add one. Trying to fix everything at once. Focus on one tiny change each week. Okay, time for a short list of useful phrases for meetings and daily interactions.
I use, "That's a good point." I agree with, "Could you clarify?" I'd suggest, "Let me check and get back to you." Practice these in your focused minutes.
Now, motivation tips. Change topics to keep sessions interesting. Reward yourself after a full week. And track practice in a notebook or habit app. When you're tired, do a micro session. 3 minutes is okay.
Also, find a tiny ritual to start. Make a cup of tea before you begin, or put on a short playlist. Rituals make the habit easier to keep.
We've covered a lot. Alex's turning point, the 10-15-minute routine, practical solo activities, a 7-day challenge, ways to stay motivated, and real moments of progress. Alex, any last encouragement for listeners?
Yes, start small and be consistent. It feels strange at first, but your voice will change. You'll feel more ready in meetings and trips. Be patient with yourself. Small steps add up.
Thank you, Alex. And thank you, listeners. If you try the 7-day challenge, send us a message or tag us on social media. Tell us one small win from your week. Now I'll finish with a short reminder and our outro.
Thanks, Emma. This helped me remember how far I've come. I hope it helps other people start too.
Remember, pick one small habit. 10-15 minutes of speaking. At the same time each day, if you can. Warm up, speak freely, then do focused practice. Be kind to yourself. Track progress and celebrate tiny wins. And now, the outro. Thank you for listening today. Remember, learning English takes time, and that's okay. If you enjoyed this podcast, come back again and keep practicing. We'll keep learning together. Easy listening, better speaking, rise higher. See you in the next episode.